Shut your eyes. Stop your ears. Visions will surround you. Voices will call to you. Reject them. Do not allow them even a moment of your attention. Allow a single glimpse, a single word, to slip past your defenses, and all is lost. A crack will form. The crack becomes a fissure. The fissure becomes a cavity. The cavity becomes an endless chasm into which all hope will tumble helpless at the unseen hour. We occupy a moderate world. However appalling the content of the morning paper, however thrilling a whirlwind romance, we always return to an equilibrium. And so we find we can go on. But that moderate world sits on a tiny island within an unknown expanse. A fragile shell within darkness. Darkness within and without. Waiting to be shattered by something never known before. Something like the thing that hurtles even now towards the hapless town of Evenhow.
Blimey! Did you see that, Mr. Grick?
No, Featherstone, I only heard it. But it sounded exactly like a medium-sized lodronite primitive achondrite meteoroid entering the Earth's atmosphere and impacting the glacial cave system about 1.5 miles northwest of the office of the Evenhow Spelunking and Astronomy Society, or ESAS, in which we are currently standing.
Bloomin' heck, you've got good ear.
It's a very distinctive sequence of events.
Crick! Featherstone! Big rock from sky! It's the day we've all been waiting for!
Yes, they said we were mad for founding a club which specializes in combining stargazing and caving, but the time has finally come.
The day that finally justifies our club motto. A lot of us are lying in a ditch. Many of us are looking at the stars, but only a few of us are doing both.
November 28th, 6:18 p.m. I entered the cave network, accompanied by my colleagues Albert Grick and Mars Featherstone. We knew these caves intimately. But now we knew that we would find something new. The tension was palpable.
You reckon we'll be done before the kitchen closes at the pub?
Oh, yes. We'll just take a few pictures and be on our way.
Each of us knew that something extraordinary was afoot, but none of us could be prepared for what we were about to see as we stepped on into the phosphorescent light of a collapsed cavern structure.
My goodness. It's glowing.
Look, the meteorite's cracked open.
And what is that thing?
It's glowing. It's alive. It's beautiful.
Take photographs?
I've never seen anything like it, I suppose. I suppose nobody has.
Yes. Well, this is even more extraordinary than we thought. Extraterrestrial life. Golly, we've got it on film, too. Best go report it to the proper authorities, eh, chaps?
Yes. Yes, I tell you what, you go and report it. I'll just stay here and make sure it stays safe.
Yeah, we should probably keep an eye on this creature.
Really? It doesn't really look like it's going anywhere. Doesn't have any legs. Besides, it could be radioactive or something.
Yes, but I think we're willing to take the risk.
You know, for science.
All right. No accounting for tastes. I suppose I'll just head back on my own then. Alone. Fine. I noticed a change in the demeanor of my associates. Featherstone seemed to have entirely forgotten about her plans for a pub dinner. Nevertheless, I had no time to consider. There was a space alien the size and shape of a netball, sitting in a subterranean lake just outside of the Evenhow Ring Road. I hurried into the mayor's office. My perch! You're leaving?
Well, yes, it's past 7. I'd normally be gone by now, but I had to stay late to sign for the municipal dynamite delivery. But I'm sure that's not significant information. If you come back and see me in office hours...
No time! There's an alien!
Beg your pardon?
Meteorite crashed into the caves. Now, weird little blob alien sitting in subterranean lake.
I'm sorry, an alien?
Don't apologize! Yes! A round mass of glowing blue flesh. Look! Here's a picture.
Yes, I see. Oh, well, that's peculiar. This could be very good for tourism. Follow me. We'll write a press release.
And how?
Oh, did you hear that, Sob?
I did, Flem. Oh, there's an alien in caves.
Might be worth taking a look.
Let's go now and beat the crowd.
Maybe we could bring some friends.
Oh, we could rent a monologue and take everyone.
No time to lose. Well, I'm well. All is well. Well, all is well and all is not well. I'm sorry, it's confusing and complex. How can I explain? I'll keep it concrete. Concrete is best. I'll tell you about how cold I am. No? Well, shall I tell you about how my eczema has flared up? Shall I say, I looked up today and saw a plane flying overhead? Yes? Well then. I looked up today and saw a plane flying overhead. It was banking, and the lights on its wingtips winked once before it disappeared from my field of vision. I saw it only for a second, but it was something to see. Well, I'll tell you this then, about how I saw the plane, and how I don't see well. I don't see well, and I saw the plane, saw it flying overhead only for a split second. I saw the plane's lights wink once, and then it disappeared. I see well, and at the same time, I don't see well. It's complex and confusing how I see, how I feel, and it's dark and hazy and inconclusive as well. It's difficult to explain, as I said, and it seems all wrapped up together, one thing with the other. Well, I'll put it like this. My situation is that I find myself, well, in a well. Yes. Let's imagine I'm at the bottom of a well, looking up, and sometimes I see planes flying overhead. I am in a well, a real well. I'm at the bottom of a real, unmetaphorical, man-made well. A long shaft sunk into the ground. It's dark, it's cold, and there's a puddle of water at the bottom, not enough to drown in, but enough to make a person miserable. The days are short and the nights are long, and my arse is wet, and the cold has made my eczema flare up. And, well, let's say the well is lined with stones. I can't see them, but I can touch them. I can feel them with my fingertips. I can feel their dark sliminess. Feel the dark sliminess of the stones, damp with mildew, row upon row upon row upon row, stretching up toward a tiny point of light, a tiny circle of white light about the size of a 5p coin held at arm's length. And sometimes planes fly overhead, lights winking. A long time ago, I fell into the well. I don't remember when, but it was an accident. I wasn't pushed. I fell. I fell into the well, and I fell because I don't see well. Didn't see the well. Didn't see the opening to the well. There's something wrong with me, something wrong with my organism, something physiological, pathological. In short, I'm not well. I'm in the well, and I'm not well. I am not a man-made well. There's a kind of unity to it, isn't there? A pleasing circularity to it. It seems right, seems natural that I would be here in this well. It's where I should be as a not well-made man. I should be in this well, in this absurd well
this absurd, unmetaphorical well that feels so fitting and apt and real and wet and cold, with a puddle of water in the bottom, not enough to drown in, but enough to make my arse perpetually wet. I've tried to get out, of course, tried and failed. In days gone by, I've fit my fingers into the gaps between the stones and tried to pull myself up on shaking arms. Nowadays, I just sit and scratch my eczema, or adjust my trousers, or look up at the light and watch planes flying overhead. I know the people in the planes look down on me. They look down on me in this well and think, poor sod, trapped in a well of his own making, won't climb out, won't help himself, will just sit in that puddle of water, not enough to drown in, but enough to give him a persistent rash. Well, let me tell you that the rash is not persistent. It comes and goes. And I'm not miserable, not at all. I'm well. All is well. All is not well, but I'm well enough. I'm well enough inside the well, and if I'm well enough inside the well, then I might as well stay put in the well. I'm well, though I know it may not look like it, though you may think you may see me clearly peering in at me from your aeroplanes, looking in from the world above, though you may think you see me more clearly than I see myself, let me tell you that I am well. I know the well, know myself well, know how I feel, know where I am, know where I should be. There's no need for you to look in, so please don't. I don't see well, but I'm not a spectacle. Leave me be. I'm well, confused and wet and cold, but well. And yet, if you do look in, against my wishes, if you do look in and don't just fly by overhead, if you do look in and spend some time trying to see me clearly, if you wonder how I got here and why I don't get out, if you look in and really try to see me, look in and wonder how it is that I could be well down here and how it might all be the same to me whether I get out or not, if you think all that and stop and wonder and spend more time peering down past the rows of stones, squinting at the shape sat huddled at the bottom of the well, the shape sat huddled in the puddle of water, not enough to drown in but enough to make a person miserable, if you frown and screw up your eyes tight, trying to see me clearly, and really try, straining until your eyes ache and your forehead hurts and your mouth hangs open, and if you find, despite these efforts, that you can't quite do it, that it all somehow remains hazy and dark and inconclusive, far away and fleeting like a plane winking overhead, glimpsed for a split second, well then, know that we're in the same position.
I'm back. Back I am. The mayor is reporting it and informing the public. Done a press release. Someone will be along soon to what? What? Who are all these people? What are you all doing in here? Dagger off! How did you know about this? What's going on? Why are you all just sitting there? You're freaking me out, man. Really eerie in the gentle blue glow of that creature. Oh my God, it's grown larger! What's wrong with you all? Ah, Greek, Featherston they are. Why did you let all these people in? What are they all doing? Featherston? Greek! Wake up! Look at me, damn it! Say something!
Excuse me, Rufus.
What? Where are you going now?
We're going to get something to eat.
Really? Because something quite weird is happening here, and I'm pretty sure you've missed the pub.
Not for us, for him.
Him? Him who? Now, you're not all being brainwashed by this alien, are you? It's really starting to seem like the alien is brainwashing you.
Him, the outsider Olloleth, extraterrestrial elder one of the outer oubliette. Ooh. We haven't been brainwashed.
Brainwashed? Nah, we just want to feed him. Later, Strideforth.
Goodbye.
Right, well, yes, they've definitely been brainwashed. Mesmerized by that weird monster from beyond the stars. Yes, the government officials will be here soon, you mark my words. They'll sort all this out. Yep. You, old lady.
Oh! What's the big idea?
Sorry, thought you were in trance.
We're having a lovely time.
Tell me, Crone, why hasn't this creature had any effect on me?
Maybe a dim.
Yes, you're quite right. I probably have an immunity due to my sophisticated intellectual brain.
Really? You?
Look at it. Look at it, horrible thing. Just sitting there in that pool like a squishy nightlight.
Yes, it's lovely, isn't it?
It's horrible. Look, it's grown a tentacle.
Okay, everybody calm down. There's nothing to see here.
Everything is under control!
We of the government have arrived to take charge.
And nobody touched anything!
Where is this alien creature? We probably want to lock it up in a vault and vivisect it for purposes of weaponizing its magic space power.
Because we're the government!
Aha! There it is. Now let's... Oh.
Holy crap, it's beautiful!
Oh, my. Perhaps we could just sit and bask in its glow for a few minutes, Agent Kent.
I mean, really, what's the rush, Agent Yagjack? Let's just look at it for a while. Can I hold your hand?
Right, well, that's the government out. This is pretty weird. Abnormal and terrifying. What now?
It commands me.
Oh, dear.
We have been chosen! Here, use my knife!
Thank you. May this please the outsider Olloleth extraterrestrial Elder One of the Outer Oubliette.
Literally never been a good sign.
Oh, I'm so pleased. I mean, I have so many regrets from life before, but none of that seems to matter now.
Well, I hope you're happy. You've only gone and murdered him, haven't you?
And I've sliced him open. Now I will messily scoop out from his interior the gentle sounds of midnight mouth.
White wine is the devil's water. Sipping it, turning into a monster. We bite, our teeth turn to fangs. We walk away from each other, breathing deep under a cover again. And it's all a blank. I can tell you're not too clear where we'll go from here. I'm a man who just needs love, so keep it physical. Just enough, it keeps it chemical. Whoa. I'm begging for you to stay when I go from gold to grey. I'm begging for you to stay when I go from gold to grey, gold to grey. What is that ticking in my chest? I fuck myself up to forget it works, but it makes it worse. When I explain I am not okay, do you believe a word that I say? Oh God, I'm scared of everything. I'm a man who just needs love, so keep it physical. Just enough, it keeps it chemical. Whoa. I'm not doing all I can, I'm even hitting walls. Breaking hands, drowning alcohol. Whoa. I'm begging for you to stay when I go from gold to grey. I'm begging for you to stay when I go from gold to grey. I'm begging for you to stay when I go from gold to grey. I'm begging for you to stay when I go from gold to grey. You don't have to apologize, just explain to me. You don't have to apologize, just explain to me. Walked on this tightrope, this balancing fracture. The last thing I need's a sarcastic reaction. We were wrong together, always wrong together. It had built from your toes upwards to your chest. You realized that there's nothing left. We were wrong together, always wrong together. It's exactly what I had predicted. Let's forget the fact that this ever existed. We were wrong together, always wrong together.
This episode of The Unseen Hour is brought to you by the letter Aleph and the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 0. The 10 numerals that form the basis of all mathematics in this, the real world. From the dawn of time up until the recording of this message at the close of 2018, and as we go forward into 2020, we urge listeners not to seek any additional numbers, nor any subtractional ones. Integers beyond those previously mentioned, 0 to 8, are forbidden, do not exist, and do not sponsor this program. If you see any unfamiliar, suspicious, or unattended numbers, avoid speaking them aloud or inscribing them in any manner, and immediately inform an operative of the Institute of Unethical Practices, who will eradicate the threat to the reality of this, the real world, in a controlled, firm denial. Once again, these rogue numbers must never be spoken aloud or inscribed in any manner. No, no, niet, nee, or, as the Germans say, das muss nicht sein. See it, don't say it, expunge it forever. We now return you to the Unseen Hour.
Run away! It's a mind-controlling space demon! Everybody flee!
Rufus! What's going on? I was just going to the caves to take a look at the creature you found.
No, don't do that. No, it's turning everyone into mindless slaves, doing its own gruesome bidding.
Well, you seem to be unaffected.
Yes, I'm the only one with a mind powerful enough to resist it, you see.
Really? You?
Yes, me! And we must stay away from it!
It commands me!
What is that feeble old man doing on top of that tall building?
Oh, no.
Oh, I can't look.
That poor, weak-minded pensioner.
Now observe this.
Yes, we do this for the entertainment of the outsider Olloleth, extraterrestrial elder one of the outer oubliette.
Here, make sure you pour it all over me, son. Good. Yeah, that's good.
All right.
Yeah. Light it up.
Here we go.
So this is what it is like to be on fire.
That's horrible. Stop it! Stop it, man! Why are you doing these things? Stop, please. What does this hellish creature want from us?
Well, nothing in particular. What does anyone want in grand scheme? Just now, for instance. Now, it wants to see what will happen if I put my head into this large place of
don't do that!
machinery and then just...
Oh. She did it. Oh. What a mess.
This is a disaster, Rufus.
Someone's got to clean it up. It's apocalyptic.
I'll never get re-elected with things as they are.
Oh, God. We should run away. Let's never come back here.
We can't run, Rufus. We have a responsibility and a town hall full of dynamite.
Yes, from Act 1, of course we do.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, bit of, yep. Run away.
We have returned, great Olloleth, with a range of food of our planet for you to sample.
Here we go. Liver and onions, steak kidney pie, chicken hearts, black pudding, and we got some red douchey in case you're feeling dangerous.
We will just go back now to sitting and staring adoringly at you now.
I could really go for some chicken hearts about now. There it is! Oh, my God, it's even bigger than before. Steel your mind against its influence. Get the dynamite ready!
Wait, what's that in the water? It looks like a person. It's a blue-skinned humanoid simulacrum connected to that awful homunculus by a serpentine umbilicus.
Oh, that's me, hello! Autonomous avatar of the outsider Olloleth, extraterrestrial elder one of the outer oubliette. Wee-oo. Spawned in the image of the dominant species of this planet in order to better interact with the inhabitants of this new world. Little bit about me there, in case you are wondering. So, how are we all doing tonight? Do we have anyone from the local area here?
Oh, God. No, it's grown a horrible and obscurely pastiche parody of a human being.
I'll take it.
Don't him. He's an horrible alien murdering man.
Right.
And he's a professional. Tell me, professional, why have you been making such awful, terrible, horrible things happen?
Why do bad things happen to good people? Here's a better question. Would you rather actually experience something quite boring or remember experiencing something exciting?
What?
What are you talking about?
Oh, well, just interested to know, you know? Or how about this? Do you enjoy a pleasurable thing more if you have to wait for it? Or do you think that's just an illusion?
Well, yes, that is interesting, but no, are you trying to take over our planet or not?
Do you believe in a higher power? What do you think happens when you die?
You've been making our people kill each other.
Oh, not just that. We've done other stuff as well. We made some of them go swimming at night. We made a bloke go for a nice restaurant dinner. We made a lady ride down a hill on a bicycle really fast.
Well, your reign of terror is coming to an end! we have enough dynamite here to blow you back into orbit!
Have you?
Yes! Imogen! Pass me the dynamite.
I thought you had it.
What?
When you walk into a room and forget what you went in there for, do you sometimes think there's maybe like a little fairy that came and stole the thoughts out of your head?
No, Imogen, we can't have come to confront our enemy and left literally our only weapon in your office.
I was sure we had it.
Does it annoy you when you got some headphones in and someone tries to talk to you and you're all like, I got my headphones in and I'd be happy enough to take them out, but I'm using both of my hands to unlock my bike at the moment, so I can't.
That is annoying. I do hate that.
It's pretty annoying, right?
It is quite comforting here,
It is
Rufus.
quite comforting. Well, maybe we should just sit down a while and look at the reflections in the water. I'm sure we'll remember where we put the dynamite sooner or.
That's all right. Just have a little sit there.
So they sit. They join the throng of passive human bodies surrounding the subterranean pool, tinted a cool blue by the reflected phosphorescence of an otherworldly being. And you too, dear listeners, must passively reflect. But all too soon you will need to take back control of your own will in order to join us for the next unseen hour. We hope that you were fascinated by the Unseen Hour episode 43, The Irresistible Will of Olloleth. The Unseen Hour is recorded live and monthly. For live shows, see unseenhour.com. This episode was recorded at the Rosemary Branch, thanks to unattended items. Not what it says in my script. I forgot to update this part, as usual. This was performed subterraneanly by Bryce Stratford, Joey Timmons, and James Carney, and featured a monologue written and performed by Joe Rizzo-Naudi. The musical guest was Midnight Mouth. Theme music by The Unrecorded. The Unseen Hour is an Unseen Things production created, written, and produced by James Carney, and the podcast is produced compellingly by Ella Watts, Hedley Knight, and James Carney. An announcement. Andy Goddard's wish is our command. For shows, merchandise, and more, check out our website. It's unseenhour.com. And we all look forward to seeing you here again at the Unseen Hour.
Really good.